Welcome, welcome. We're at D. Lopez Unpacked. We're at the DigiWax event. Here I am with the legendary singer and rapper out of the West Coast, Kokane.
Hey, thank you for having me on the platform, good brother. DigiWax or nothing.
So yeah, Kokane, it's an honor to have you. I was just listening to some of your interview and I read some of your bio, and it's funny because you were born in the Bronx, correct?
Absolutely.
So, I got a question for you. If you would have been raised in the Bronx, how do you think your music career would have been different?
I mean, one thing that I got from the East Coast that a lot of people don't know, because I'm a singer and a rapper actually. Got 27 solo albums rapping, and total of 8 songs joint venture, but I was always rapping and singing, like George Clinton type of stuff. Yeah, G-Funk. I'm one of the architects of that style of music. Yeah. Yeah. What was the question?
Oh, no. I was just saying.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Because I read your bio and I saw all the West Coast artists you worked with. Cypress Hill, Snoop Dogg. And I was like, imagine you were born in the imagine you would have been raised out here. You would have probably been Fat Joe, DMX.
But I did done stuff with a bunch of East Coast. Jadakiss, Prodigy, Rest in Peace, DMX, Busta Rhymes,
Oh, okay.
Waxwell.
Oh, so you mostly singing? Or?
No, singing and rapping.
Oh, fire.
You know what I mean? When I was coming out doing my stuff, I had Wu-Tang Clan, Nas, and the Fugees open up for me at one time.
Wow.
Years ago, like 1991.
That's amazing.
So I think if I was raised on the East Coast, I would always have this swag, because one of the founding members of Funk was born from New Jersey. That's George Clinton. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know when I rap, I don't have a West Coast swag. It's always an East Coast swag.
Because you got it from George Clinton.
I got a lot of stuff from George Clinton. I mean, who didn't? You know what I mean? But when you think about it, you think in terms of hip hop, I would identify my style of MCing. Back then, we called ourselves B-boys. You understand? I would compare that to the East Coast swag.
With a B-boy, what is a B-boy? So I understand.
That's just the old school term. Same thing as MC.
Because I remember hearing I always thought it was like a break dancer, like a B-boy.
Yeah, some of that break dancing, but a B-boy is also an MC too.
Yeah. So, what were you promoting today?
Well, I'm out here with my guy Schizo. Of course, you did an interview on him. And I got a new project out, because I got a company called Buddy Boy Entertainment. And it's 37 songs of soul, funk, and hip-hop. And I just released a single with me and Ice Cube on my label, and that's called Come Up Like Me. But what makes my project so special is that you can't get it on nowhere else, but only exclusively on my site at www.music.com.
Why did you do that and not put it on DSP?
Because over the years, I took a page from what Prince was saying with Napster, and I just took heed to the warning, and created a website for years and built up a meta database over 1 million people. So therefore, the project I put out is called The Funkin' Adventures of Dr. Kokenstein, 3-album trilogy. And that particular project was put out 2024. It's 3 years worth of work, but we a little bit over 23,000 units times $100 a pop. So that's why I did what I did. Do the math on it.
That sounds like a genius. So I want to be able to find the music, but I can only get it on your website.
Now, I do play the devil's advocate because I got a lot of stuff. I will release certain singles out, and then certain things you got to come to my website. So that way the social platforms don't dangle the meat over my head as opposed to me dangling the meat over their head. It's about controlling your autonomy. You know what I'm saying? Controlling the purse. Because at one time we were spending a lot of money, but we weren't able to break it back because people wanted to get their stuff free, and having point whoop-de-whoop on the dollar wasn't fitting. Right. So years ago, I took heed on it, kind of like somebody saying, look, COVID's coming, and everybody's playing around, but nobody ain't listening. So when it happened, boom. So in retrospect to that analogy, it's like you got to be able to, control your own destiny. You know what I mean? Because the gig is up. This is a perfect season for independence to be able to get in a situation like a major to move independently major. And that's what I'm doing, moving independently but major.
Shout out to Prince, like for pioneering a lot of that stuff, or at least the thought process of it. What you're doing.
Yeah.
Are other artists following what you're doing?
They're starting to pick up on there because
First time I'm hearing it.
yeah, they starting to pick up because this is a music business. You can't continue to think you're gonna make big money doing the tap dance, Mr. Bojangle dance with a Spotify plaque that ain't paying you half what you put in.
Pennies, right? Yeah.
Pennies.
Yeah.
So we as a culture got more power in the .com sites and the websites. You got to realize there's over 100,000 records that come out every year. And what's going to distinguish you different from the saturation? Well, you got to step out of your, the repetitive things and have an eagle state of mind, because there's few eagles that's in the air, but they don't flock with the ducks because they flock too low. And what I'm telling you is, if you have that duck mentality where, I'm cool, I'm this and that, well, you're going to continue to fly low. When the game is causing you to step back, put the blunt down for a second, read a couple tutorials, be patient with you, fall in love with patience, and have your own individuality with your creativity. And if you do those things and channel that energy and be patient with yourself and see it in your mind, as opposed to the repetitiveness that's around there, you're going to be the sperm cell that's going to get to the egg.
Wow. I love it because it's like you have the major attention, but you're moving almost like an indie, right? Because they got it. Well, maybe not indie. But
I'm moving independently major, and that's what I want everybody to know. If you're out here check busting, doing your thing, handling your candle, you independent, but you're moving major too. We got to be able to attach that word, and at the same time, I don't turn my back on the big corporates at all. But going back to the way business used to be, I can't do business like that now. When I do business with corporate and stuff like that, it's only from a licensing point of view. So that way I can still control my masters and still have ownership of my stuff, because the key is ownership.
Okay. Wow. It sounds like you've been through a lot of experiences.
A whole lot. I started my career in 1984.
Wow. And there's a part of the music business that was, where you ever felt like you didn't get your fair
Of course.
fair assets?
Of course, but the same thing designed to hurt you are people that shell out adversity was the very same thing that can potentially catapult you.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because, feathers don't make diamonds, pressure do.
Right.
So if you love what you do, you're going to be able to endure the ups and downs. This ain't an easy business to be in. There's times I'm socking holes in walls because people don't know. This is real serious. But if you believe in something, and you put action to thought, and you stay away from the stress, the universe is only going to boomerang what your character is. Not just what your action is, who you are, what you about.
Right.
And it's like, what I'm about is empowering our youth. You know what I mean? Because I have 8 shorties myself by one woman. You know what I mean? 4 boys and 4 girls. So what would we be, in the game, being a Michael Jordan, if you don't put a fresh pair of legs on the court like Kobe?
Yeah. You got to use the inspiration to get
Inspiration, the elevation, your attitude determine your altitude.
I love that. Your attitude determines your altitude. And I was reading a little bit your bio. Your dad wrote some of the music?
Well, my dad was an arranger, writer, composer. He worked with the Funk Brothers. The Funk Brothers, Paul Rising and them, they played all the music for all the Motown.
That's my imagination, my brother.
Yeah, so when you look up Jerry Buddy Long.
Yeah.
Let me show you.
I heard that song. I know that song. I've heard that everywhere. Just my imagination.
He's one of the greatest. He was the intricate sound of the Motown sound.
Would he role play?
No, he's a musician.
Oh, fire.
He wrote all the stuff of the band, orchestration director.
So you carry the legacy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Here's my pops right here. You can Wikipedia.
And are your kids doing music also? Oh, so they getting it,
Yeah.
like a family tree. Like
I only got one though, thank God.
That's into
The
music.
rest is in business. Wifey and 4 of my children are going to Korea. They got 4.0.
You're trying to protect them from the music business.
Oh, they say they was the sacrificial lamb for everything. So they know, I don't want to do that.
But one of them is creative. And then
My daughter, actually, this is my daughter.
she's a rapper or a singer?
She's a singer and rapper. This is my daughter right here.
Oh, yeah. How old is she?
She's 28.
Oh, okay, so yeah.
Oh, she look like she's 21. She's
Yeah,
28.
we need to get her on this, you guys. You produce some music?
Yeah, she's actually on my album. Her name is spelled AANISAHLONG, and she's a beast, man.
Yeah.
So when we exchange numbers, that way I can personally send you some stuff.
I would love that. I would love to hear it, and I'm sure Digiwax would love to hear it. So we get feedback from the DJs.
Yeah.
And then that's the one thing that's great about Digiwax is that we got DJs from all over the country, and they can give feedback and also get her music out there to different outlets in different regions and even worldwide. So
And I'm not some Digiwax for a minute.
Oh yeah.
You gotta realize, like, I'm a 56 young man. I've been around a long time.
You and Ice Cube from the West Coast, y'all look young. But y'all
That's
been
what a
putting
lot
in
of
work.
people say.
Y'all been putting in work. And you work with Cube. Tell me some of the inspiration. Any artists out of the West Coast, or anybody who you say, like you inspired each other to help you in your career.
I mean, as far as Cube, I'm on Laugh Now, Cry Later. I sing Policy. We come from the Ruthless Tree. You gotta realize anything from the Ruthless Tree affected the whole game. There wouldn't be no 50 Cent, wouldn't be no Eminem, wouldn't be no NWA, wouldn't be no Kokane, wouldn't be no Brother Law, wouldn't be no Kendrick Lamar.
Easy the one that signed you?
Because, Easy signed me. And because he put up his dope money, is the reason why we all here.
Look at that. And now hip-hop is a billion-dollar industry with Dr. Dre is a billionaire with Apple.
Absolutely. So I started out with them. When NWA was making those records in '89, I was there.
Yeah.
From the gate.
How'd you feel about the movie, the Straight Outta Compton?
35% true.
Okay, 35%? Not even 50%?
35% true. I'm not hating on the movie, but Hollywood always like to pack people in. Easy E wasn't driving down the street, crying at the bulletin board. That's some bullshit. Because how would you know he do that anyway?
Okay.
Nah, Easy E, when he passed, he was rich. When he passed, he was a good person, and the misconception that he did this and did that, it's some bullshit.
Because of Jimmy Heller, they said like they made
Yeah, because Jerry Heller
scamming them.
Jerry Heller come from the Jewish line. Let's just be specific. Italians and Jews is running this shit. The music industry. You want to get real. You know what I mean? And because NWA has so much of a controversial name, who dare even say niggas with attitude? It was that Jewish line that made that happen.
Well, you a legend. You got Sam Easy, your dad, creative with music. I feel like I gotta do a little homework on you because I was reading your bio. I was reading your bio, and I was like, he was on the last meal with Snoop Dogg.
I got 8 songs on there.
Yeah.
I got 11 songs on Deuces and Trey's Eastside.
What would you say was your biggest song commercially, in your opinion?
A lot of people like the wrong idea. I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea about.
Yeah.
They got to shoot, oh, my little homie.
Yeah, I know that.
I like that.
That's Snoop, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I love that song. I know that song.
Rest in peace, Badass.
Oh, yeah. So you are OG, man. At the West Coast, 56 years old. You could have told me you were 45.
Stop it, man.
Yeah, for real. You and Cube, y'all got it. LL Cool J, y'all doing y'all thing. Whatever y'all doing, keep doing. You got the Fire on the Youth. Man, it's an honor to meet you and just learn about all the stuff you contributed to West Coast culture and who your father was and how your daughter continuing the legacy. And I'm gonna go home and just do more research and hear more of the music that you created over the last 40 years, right?
Well, actually 36.
36. So that's a long catalog, and it's so great to have a West Coast legend in the East Coast of New York doing interviews and having access, because that's a beautiful thing about hip hop, you know. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's on. It just got the thing, but I just want to thank Kokane and Schizo earlier. I got to interview him. You guys are working on some music. You have music out together, right?
No, of course. He has that well-connected featuring Eastsiders, myself, Kokane with a K, and Corrupt from the DPG. Shout out to Corrupt. But his album is incredible. He got a record that's hitting the strip clubs, hitting the sports, everything. It's called Fired Up, featuring Project Pat. Shout out to Project Pat. And those records, his record be coming soon, like around September. He's also launching a website called illustrious.com website, be coming soon. and we just out here putting paint where it ain't and connecting with our folks. The song is called Well Connected.
Okay,
So
Well Connected.
that lets you know we well connected.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Man, we're gonna end on that note. Thank you. Well connected. Man, I want to interview you again because I got so many other questions to ask you. But I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Okay.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.